In this video, I'll share with you a month 5 update on my undervalued stock portfolio. For a quick background, since March 2024, I started to invest $1,000 each month into building my new growth and value stock portfolio. So that means that I've invested a total of $5,000 from March to July. So without any further ado, let's go into my Excel file to check out how my $5,000 undervalued stock portfolio has been performing so far. So this table contains all my 15 undervalued stocks that have invested $5,000 over the past 5 months. I have the average cost per share, the number of shares that I own, and my total investment, which is just the average cost multiplied by number of shares. If I type the current price of the stocks and dividends received in these two columns, I'll be able to see whether or not I'm making profit or loss on each of my investment in these columns. So let's start with the first company on my list, which is Alibaba. Alibaba is a Chinese e-commerce company, and I have 2 shares of their stock at $72.45 per share. The current price of Alibaba stock is now $77.30, which means that I'm up by $9.70 or 6.7% return so far. The next company is Apple, and I have 3 shares of their stock at $173.21. The current price of the Apple stock is now $219.25, and I received 75 cents in dividends so far, which means that I'm up by $138.87 or plus 26.7% return on my Apple investment. The next company on my list is Baidu, which is trading at $84.25 per share, which means that I'm down by $3.61 or negative 3.3% loss so far. The price of the Boeing stock continued to decline recently with all the different issues with their planes, and now it's trading at $169.78 per share, which means that I'm down by $57.10 or negative 6.3% loss so far. Company number 5 on my list is BYD, the producer of Chinese electric cars, and the current price of their stock is $55.76, and the company has paid me $1.47 in dividends so far, which means that I'm down by $2.49 or negative 2.2% loss so far. The next company on my list is Chewy, which has been one of my best investments so far, and I have 23 shares of their stock at $16.84 per share. The current price of the Chewy stock is now $22.17, which means that I'm up by $122.59 or plus 31.7% return. Company number 7 on my list is Costco, and their stock is trading at $820.50, and the company has also paid me 58 cents in dividends so far, which means that I'm up by $25.42 or plus 14.1% return. The price of the Disney stock went down to $89.52, and the company has paid me $2.25 in dividends, which means that I'm losing $72.35 or negative 13.9% loss. Company number 9 is MasterCard, and it's trading at $462.02 per share, and the company has also paid me 33 cents in dividends so far, which means that I'm up by $8.79 or almost 4% return on my investment. Company number 10 is Nvidia, one of the most popular companies of 2024. The stock price went down recently, and it's only trading at $106.73 now, which means that I'm losing almost $36 on my investment or negative 14.4% loss. PayPal is trading at $61.83, which means that I'm up by almost $2 or 1.5% return. Shopify is trading at $54.23 per share, which means that I'm losing $103.68. Tesla has been performing quite well for me, as it's trading at $208 per share, which means that I'm up by $71.56 or 20.8% return so far. The next company is trading at $62.54 per share, and it has paid me $1.35 in dividends, which means that I'm up by almost $40 or 26.8% return. And the last company on my list is Visa, and their current stock price is $265.01. So I'm losing almost $4 on my investment in Visa or negative 1.4% loss. So overall, you'll see that I've invested almost $5,000 into my stocks, and the current value of my portfolio is $5,134.97. This means that I'm up by $139.75 or plus 2.8% return so far. My return was actually a lot higher than 2.8% just a few days ago, but the stock market went down by a lot early in August. You can check out a separate video that I posted about the reasons why it went down in August. Also, make sure to check out my new video with my undervalued stock picks for August, where I invested another $1,000 into different stocks. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.